at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On the return is Renfro. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run here with a rookie. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Again, it's Hampton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tucker Kraft,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st down, Chargers.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 10.
Rivers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Down the field, he's got Warren.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. 1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 7.
Jackson from the shotgun.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving him. Right? It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Deion Henley there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground, H.M. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On the handoff, it's Hampton.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Rivers to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
At the 38-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll dump this off to Ochan. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson. They set up the screen, and Ochan has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They go play action now. Jackson. Throw caught by Ochan. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Down the left sideline. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Throwing Rivers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
To throw, Rivers.
He's got a man downfield. It's Harris.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
And the Chargers, first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
From the gun, again to Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the give, this is Hampton.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Bates' kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 1.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Jackson going to keep it. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
On first down, it's Hampton.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. Here we go, a gain of 7.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Finding Harris over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
That's another Chargers first down. First and goal, Chargers.
Give here to Hampton.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Omarion Hampton with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He stiff arms him. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
47-yard line.
Jackson now.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They go play action with Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jackson.
He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass caught. That's Golden.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Rivers. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On the handoff, it's Ochan. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Look in the middle, and he finds McMillan.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Jackson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
The Dolphins are lining up.
Jackson.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Chargers 17. Dolphins 16. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Tracking 60.
Rivers to throw.
Open man, the tight end Warren.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Alpha, Sherrod. 13, 13. Here's Sherrod. Sherrod.
Here's Jackson.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we